Well, welcome to this episode of One Question Wednesday. So today our question is from Sid from Florence, Alabama. And this is what Sid asked me. He says, "Dear Mac, this is a situation I've encountered for many years from one of my bosses. It always came up during my annual performance review and I was totally baffled and still am by this statement, quote, 'Don't take this personally, but your performance in this area, blank, needs work,' end quotes. Then he would proceed to criticize. Of course, I got defensive because I felt like I was being attacked, and he would always reply that I was just taking it personally. Well, of course, I'm taking it personally because I'm the person doing the job he's criticizing. So my question is it possible to be criticized for doing a job and not take it personally? Well, no. I mean, if you're taking ownership, then you just take it because, like you said, I'm the one doing the job. The problem, I don't think, lies with you, Sid. I think it lies with your boss. And so, for those of you who are tuning in now, think about this. Your job is to get max performance out of your direct reports. If somebody is not meeting your standards, then you have to be very clear what the standard is, what their current performance is, and of course, then what is the gap in that performance. They have to take it personally. After all, if you don't, you blame everybody else. Well, hey, you are failing in this area. Well, it's not my fault, it's all these other things. So, said, yeah, you have to take it personally. And if it's valid, then take it to heart and do your best to make up the gap. But in that same conversation, ask your boss to be very specific. And if you don't have the capability to do it, ask your boss to provide the training, the expertise, the guidance. So, yeah, I appreciate the fact you are taking ownership. But if you're the boss and you're listening to this, be clear about it. And you are weakening yourself by prefacing your feedback. So if you say things like, well, it really hurts me to have to say this, or it's really difficult to have this conversation, don't do it. You simply have to state the current reality, state your goal, and state the gap. And where the gap is, make sure it's very clear what the issue is, and then suggestions for improving it. So your question is it possible to be criticized for a job and not take it personally? It's not. The way that you take it is going to be your success in fixing that. Or if you're the boss, that means you have to be very careful in how you have that conversation. So, tough situation. I don't know anybody that really enjoys giving people negative feedback because, again, it's very personal. Not sure if that helps, but that's the best I can give you for now. Hang in there, Sid.